gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
A man was found dead inside of a black Corvette in West Atlanta this morning, and Atlanta police quickly discovered he had been shot. It happened before 1 a.m. on MLK Jr. Drive.
God, why does it always have to be MLK, man? I mean, we cannot let this brother rest. We just got 230,000 emails or FBI files, classified files that were released by Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard and the Trump administration. So we're getting some type of transparency on the murder of Martin Luther King Jr. only for the community to desecrate this day of disclosure by shooting up Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Near Lyndhurst Drive, police said the 28-year-old Quentavius Monday was shot while he was driving the vehicle. And he then hit and killed a woman. And we're told that multiple weapons and shell casings were found at the scene.
So he was shot and killed in the Corvette, hopping a motherfucking jet like that, okay? And then he hit a woman because of the trajectory of the vehicle and the forward progress. And we know about the laws of inertia, and any object in motion will stay in motion, right? So, I mean, this is just a horrible story because you have two casualties who have fallen victim to this violence, and one unintended casualty for sure.
No information about possible suspects have been released at this time. Of course, we're going to stay on top of that for you as well.
At noon, police are still searching for a murder suspect who shot at a sports car in southwest Atlanta. Atlanta News First Blake on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. So, Blake, quite a cleanup effort now underway at that crime scene. Tell us about it.
Rick, it is a complete mess here as a 28-year-old man was murdered during a drive-by shooting Monday morning. Walk with me as I want to show you some of the damage actually to this red sedan, which was another car involved in this incident. As we can see all the glass. We saw the family of the man who lost his life visibly shaken and overcome with emotion. Plenty of police searching the streets of southwest Atlanta after a chaotic crash. This entire intersection taped off between Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and Lyndhurst Drive for over 6 hours. Officers called out just after 12:30 a.m. Monday morning, finding this crashed Corvette along with this red sedan, both blasted with bullets.
Wow.
Inside that sports car, they discovered an unresponsive man.
Upon their arrival, there was a male inside the vehicle that was unresponsive. They attempted life-saving efforts, but were unable to successfully revive him, and he was pronounced deceased at the scene.
After it was riddled with bullets, the Corvette actually crashed into a MARTA bus station as all of this debris has been just left here, sitting on the street.
To see this all behind me, just totally gone out of nowhere, I can't explain.
Investigators believe the shooter fired shots from a car that was trailing the victim. Eventually, the crashed Corvette was towed away once homicide detectives wrapped up their investigation. Looking at all the aftermath from this deadly dispute, Sierra Foster is shocked that this happened.
It's very troubling. It's things like that go on in the world, and it's so frustrating, and you just don't know. You have to be safe out here.
Here's another live look at the cleanup effort taking place in southwest Atlanta. Detectives were trying to configure a recording from the dash cam of the crashed Corvette in order to get a video of the suspected shooter. At this time, we're still waiting on further information from detectives. Reporting live in Southwest Atlanta, Blake Devine, Atlanta News First.
4:37, and we do have some breaking news that we're on top of. There's a deadly shooting investigation unfolding right now in West Atlanta, and that's where we find Atlanta News First Blake Devine. He's live from the crime scene for us. This is Southwest Atlanta, I should say. Blake, police have been searching around the area.
And Southwest Atlanta is definitely DeKalb County territory, so just be aware of that. Very dangerous area, probably one of the most dangerous areas in Atlanta. So if you are in Atlanta, beware of this area, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
For hours, what do we know at this hour?
Brooks, a very heavy police presence this morning in the Terrence Harlan neighborhood after what police called a deadly drive-by shooting. We now know that a 28-year-old man has lost his life after this shooting happened just shortly after midnight. I want to go to the scene right now. Still a lot of police and investigators on scene. They have a lot of crime scene taping off stretches of Lyndhurst Drive and MLK Junior Drive as officers searched through the street, where we spotted several bullet shell casings. Now, the 28-year-old man who lost his life was driving that black Corvette, which we can see in the video, which was crashed on the side of the street in very bad shape. There's also another red car that was parked. Apparently that was from a witness who saw the entire incident take place. Dozens of Atlanta police vehicles surround this entire area. Homicide detectives, they've been here for nearly 2 hours, and we watched what looked to be family members arriving on scene, clearly shaken up and emotional. At this point in time, police haven't released much information about the suspect, although they say the suspect did drive away after this shooting occurred. Reporting live in West Atlanta, Blake Devine, Atlanta News First.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Quentavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Here's the moment an out-of-control car crashed right into a bus stop, killing a woman. The driver of that Corvette lost control of the car after someone shot him several times. Channel 2's Tom Regan, live now in Southeast Atlanta. And Tom, the crash destroyed that bus stop shelter.
Yeah, George, and pieces of that bus stop shelter, both large and small, are still here on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. The driver of that sports car accelerated, lost control after, as you mentioned, he was shot several times. In addition to hitting the bus stop shelter, he also hit that woman, throwing her like 25 to 30 yards. It was dark at the time, and she wasn't actually found until several hours later.
Wow. I mean, and think about what that family is going through. You know, she wasn't even the intended target, just a casualty of this street war going on in the community, this never-ending street war over turf, potentially drugs, potentially, you know, just op culture, jealousy even. You know, guys driving a nice sports car. People get jealous of that in Atlanta. You know, so just a tragic event. And another MARTA bus stop shooting, separate from the one where the brother with DeAnthony, the brother with 20 children. This is separate from that. So very tragic situation.
The speeding out of control Corvette demolished the bus stop shelter early Monday morning. Police telling us the driver who hit the shelter had just been shot multiple times. The surveillance video from a convenience store nearby captures the moment of the crash and the ensuing chaos, including a man knocked to the ground. It doesn't show how the woman was hit.
My friend I've known for years, she was hit by a car last night while the active shooting was going. And the guy was shot in the head and hit her from the bus stop. Sent her body flying to the other side behind the building.
Asia Rogers rushed to the scene following the crash. When police first arrived, they were unaware that a pedestrian had been seriously injured and thrown far from the crash site. Paramedics administered first aid to both the driver and pedestrian, but they died on the scene. Asia didn't wish to give the name of her dear friend, who she says she will deeply miss.
I'm hurt because I've known her for so many years.
Police have not yet released the names of the victims. They're also working to identify suspects and a motive. Live in Southwest Atlanta, Tom Regan, Channel 2 Action News.
All right, Tom, thanks.
People are dead after a drive-by shooting sent a man in a Corvette crashing into a woman at a bus stop.
Atlanta News First anchor Joe Gorcho joins us now in the studio. Joe, you've now learned the name of the man who died in all this.
Blair Tracy. Atlanta police say 28-year-old Quentavius Monday was found shot to death in a black Chevy Corvette that crashed into a MARTA bus stop. This all took place on MLK Jr. Drive at Linehurst Drive on the west side of Atlanta. Investigators believe Monday was hit by bullets fired from another car, causing him to accelerate, slamming into and killing a woman near that bus stop.
To see this all behind me, this totally gone out of nowhere, it's like I can't explain.
Investigators believe the shooter opened fire from another car that was trailing the victim, but whoever shot him is still out there. Right now, that woman who was killed is not being publicly identified at this time. Of course, if you have any information that could help police, call Atlanta Police right now.
People are dead after a...
Two people died when a gunman opened fire on a vehicle in southwest Atlanta overnight. Atlanta police say the shooting victim's car left the roadway, striking a woman who died from her injuries. It happened along Martin Luther King Jr. Drive near Linehurst Drive. That's where we find Fox 5's Deidre Dukes with more on this disturbing case, Deidre.
Disturbing indeed, Christine, and all caught on camera. It happened here along this busy stretch of MLK Drive. Someone opened fire on a car here. That vehicle careened off the roadway, crashed into this MARTA bus stop, killing a woman. A surveillance camera captured the victim's car careening off the roadway, barreling through a MARTA bus shelter and striking a woman here along MLK Jr. Drive near Linehurst Drive in southwest Atlanta overnight. Responding officers found a 28-year-old man shot inside a black Corvette at around 12:45 a.m.
There was a male inside the vehicle that was unresponsive. They attempted life-saving efforts, but were unable to successfully revive him, and he was pronounced deceased at the scene. Right now, it's a gunfire involved. We're still checking security vehicle cameras for vehicles and witness statements.
In the video, you see several people in the area run for cover amid the gunfire and ensuing chaos.
Damn.
The road was littered with shell casing.
And you see everybody scattering. The community is just completely on fire, ensuing fear, and just hardworking people trying to do what they do, make an extra buck. And you just see the pure and utter chaos on MLK here in southwest Atlanta.
Investigators believe multiple gunmen opened fire on the victim's car before fleeing the scene. Homicide detectives returned to the area mid-morning after the woman's body was discovered in a wood line near the initial crime scene.
If I would have stayed, I would have been right here and I would have died.
Yasmina Whitsitt returned to the parking lot where her friend's car sat abandoned Monday afternoon. The vehicle's windows shattered by bullets when the gunman opened fire. Whitsitt had been seated in the back seat of the parked vehicle shortly before the shooting. The mother, of course, says it's a miracle more people weren't hurt.
You never know. You never know when it's your time.
Now, just this afternoon, we did receive that confirmation that, in fact, the woman whose body was discovered was connected to the initial crime scene here. As of yet, we have not heard from Atlanta police why the woman's body was not discovered during the initial response to this crime scene. We're still waiting to get more information on that, and we'll have that for you as we learn more ourselves. That's the latest here in Southwest Atlanta. Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
All right, thanks for that live update, Deidre.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.